A Cambria County man accused of causing a crash last year that killed 2 people was in court today. Police say he was texting on his phone when he swerved into the other lane. Denies the allegations, though, as his defense attorney says there is no proof, and Maria Miller's been following the story. She was in court today and has the latest tonight. Maria?
Well, Marty, the last time we saw Austin Molinich was at his arraignment in June. At that time, his mother told him not to speak to us, but he still told us he felt sorry for the family he hurt. Today, it appeared as if he wanted to say more and possibly even approach that family, but his attorney held him back. A wooden cross and a pot of flowers mark the spot along Frankstown Road, where police say Don Evans Sr. and his granddaughter, Cassandra Singer, were killed in a crash in June of last year. Police say it happened as Austin Molinich, then 18 at the time, swerved off his side of the road and crashed into them head-on. Police allege Molinich was text messaging before the crash, but his defense attorney says there's no proof.
You don't have to prove your innocence. They have to prove you're guilty. If they're saying he was texting at the time, then show us the evidence and that proves that. We don't believe that's there. We don't believe they can prove that.
Molinich was scheduled to face a judge Wednesday for a preliminary hearing that's been postponed at least twice, but instead he waived it to a higher court.
We could have a preliminary hearing today where you don't get access to that evidence. You irritate families. You do these things that, it might have to happen eventually, but it doesn't have to happen today.
The district attorney's office says the victim's family was okay with the continuance, but says their emotions are still as strong as when the crash happened, saying they just want answers. Molinich offered no comment Wednesday, but only at the request of his attorney.
Just so you know, my client, he wants to speak to the family. He wants to tell them how sorry he is, and to quote him, he said he wants to tell them the truth. And unfortunately, the process, the way it works, and to maintain the integrity, it's just better that they don't talk now.
Now, the prosecution says that traffic accident deaths are some of the most difficult cases, not only because they're so emotional, but because they're hard to prove. Assistant District Attorney Heath Long told us today that tracking cell phone data is tricky, but he said, quote, at the end of the day, there was something that distracted Molinich because he was 9 to 12 feet into the other lane when the crash happened. Reporting live, Maria Miller, 6 News.